Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your month ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It is an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. It truly means the world. With that said, if you would like to join my mailing list, you can do so on the web link below. And also, if you would like to get a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And if you would like to join up for Reydiant Reflections, it is a daily tarot card pull, a look at the numerology and a motivational message from me, yours truly. So with that said, you can do all of that on in the description box below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what the month of March has in store for you, my dear Sagittarians. What is going on? What is happening in your actions and your interactions with the world at large? What are you doing this month? And this month you get... So you got the Temperance card, right? So straight out of the gate, this is your card, which is absolutely fantastic because it puts you in a place of strength and power. When your own card comes up in your own reading, it basically says that you are in control. You are in control of your life. You are ahead of the crowd when it comes to making your decisions. It means that you are in a position of strength. The Temperance card itself represents balancing, but it also represents the process of spiritual alchemy. So at the moment, or not even at the moment, in the month of March, effectively what's taking place for you is you're going through your life with a fine-tooth comb. You are finding the meaning in the experiences that you've had, but ultimately you are finding whatever is your next life's mission or goal. It's really like you've got your sort of mind focused on, right, okay, I know who I am, I know where I've come from, I know all of the experiences that I've had, but where do I go from here? What do I do next? You've really got your mind towards the future, which is amazing and interesting. You know, you are ready for the next step or the next leg of your journey, which is absolutely fantastic. And the fact that you come up as yourself in your own reading there straight out of the gate in your actions and your interactions, it really means that you are not mincing your words this month. You are, you know, what you see in Sagittarius is what you get. I mean, it's usually that way with you guys anyway, but I think up until probably about November last year, actually, you guys kind of went through a process of of really doing the clearing, and it was kind of like I felt like you guys were going through a process of having a bit of a shake up of like, oh, okay, who am I now? And now that all of that's taken place, it's like March is here and you're like, yeah, I remember who I am, I remember what I'm all about, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing. And the fact that you come up with this, with your actions and your interactions, you are being true to yourself, you are being authentically who you are, and you are holding nothing back, baby. Whoop. All right, so let's have a look at your money and your materials this month. Brilliant. You got the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands in terms of money and materials, think outside the box. You need to think bigger. You're you know, you guys are ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is in your sign at the moment, giving you this expansive ideas, visions, ideas for the future. For those of you, and I've got to say this because this message is coming in really powerfully, for those of you who went through the first 30 years of your life, right, and might have experienced hardship, might have constantly had to be on the struggle bus and all of that stuff, let me tell you, from here on in, from this very month, let alone this year, from this very month, your finances are about to go through a massive upswing, and you will thank me for this. You will come back to this video, I guarantee you. I reckon there'll be at least 5 of you that remember, that will come back to this video and they say, do you know what, he said that it would change this month, and fuck me, has it done, right? The Three of Wands basically says you need to be thinking bigger and broader in terms of your application of your skills, of your ideas, of your projects, of your personal businesses, all of that stuff. And the thing that I find really interesting about this is, like I said, for those of you that have felt the burden, you know, of the material world in the first 30 years of your life, even if between 24 and 30. So any of you that are in that age bracket that have known, you know, how difficult it is up until, you know, up until recently, I can tell you from here on in, a lot of your goals, a lot of your dreams, a lot of your ideas are about to flourish in a very, very big way. This Three of Wands basically says that fate is kind of touching your ideas, your visions with a little bit of magic, because the Three of Wands is about making things bigger. It's about looking out there, and also it's about your ship coming in, or a windfall of some kind. Finances are going to go from strength to strength from this month in, and I promise you, once this month is done, you will see exactly just what I've been talking about. So let's have a look at your communications with the world at large. What are you saying, and who are you saying it to, and how are you saying it to them? And this month you get, wow, you got the Ten of Cups. I have to turn those around because I keep pulling them the wrong way up. The Ten of Cups is a beautiful card. It is it is material, spiritual, emotional success, abundance, freedom, liberation. It is the knowledge that everything that you have, you can share with everybody else, because you understand that there is a constant stream of everything making its way to you. The Ten of Cups in your communication sector basically says that this month, your communications, this month, your conversations are going to be big. They're going to be bold. They're going to be expansive. There is a lot of love and warmth surrounding you this month, Sagittarius. I mean, really a lot of love and a lot of strength. Sorry, I got this throat thing going on at the moment. And that Ten of Cups there in your communications basically says that you are being heard as your authentic self. You are speaking as your authentic self, and that just breeds more love and trust around you. It's like the right people are making their way into your life at the moment. The right support network is coming in, and you will be very, very surprised at just how far reaching some of your ripples are going to go this month. I promise you that. So you sow your seeds this month. You know, even the conversations that you feel like might be going nowhere, I guarantee there is an element of something truly special shaping up there, and you will see that by the end of this month. Your personal relationships, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. So for those of you that are single, you meet somebody in the process of work. You meet somebody in the process of doing your daily rounds. So whether that is whether you are self-employed, whether you work for a company, in the process of doing your job or doing whatever it is that you do for work, that is where you meet somebody new this month. The fact that the Ten of Cups is there and the Eight of Pentacles means that there is a real potential for a beautiful relationship, like a real relationship, something that that really genuinely feels like a true soul connection. I'm not going to use that word or the other word, but there is the potential for a true soul connection to be made this month. For those of you that are partnered, it kind of says that the money and the finances there, you just need to divert more time to your relationship, because the Eight of Pentacles is all about work. So whether this is you're working on your relationship, or whether it is that you're saying to yourself, okay, I've worked enough, I've worked hard enough, I now want to dedicate more time to my loved ones and my family. You know, it's kind of going to be a big part of that, but the love, the support, the care is definitely there. And for those of you that have been having troubles in your personal relationships, or even in your family relationships, the support is there, and there is an understanding, there's an unspoken agreement that you are ready and willing to work on it, and so is the other party. So your first week of March, let's have a look-see. So you got the Temperance card, or the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is always a blast from the past, right? So this is interesting, because as you move forward, as you continue to grow into and remember who you are, there is going to be certain things or certain people that come back from the past. Now, I got to be honest with you, I feel like this is going to be very short-lived. I feel like it will be contained within the first week of March. And the reason being is because when they come back to you, you're just going to be like, do you know what? We've had this conversation. I'm not coming back. I'm not treading that ground again. I'm already done with it. I am moving forward. When you declare that to the universe, that you are ready, able and willing to move forward, and you no longer have any want or need any ties to the past, you will be soaring. And I really feel like it's that declaration that's going to make all the difference. So don't be afraid, not that you are, but to speak your personal truth. All right, so the second week of March, you got the Sun card right underneath the Three of Wands. This is money. This is blessings. This is the finances making their way to you. It might not be millions, but it's definitely more than expected, and it's definitely enough to really affect some true change in your personal life. The Sun card right underneath the Three of Wands, whatever your ideas are, whatever your projects are, whatever your personal goals or missions are, especially when it comes to your financial sector, in the second week of March you could see things really pick up in a very big way. Money and materials doesn't always just mean your finances as well. Sometimes it means your health, and I have to say, for all of you, in some way, shape or form, you are going to be the epitome of glowing, healthy and vibrant this month. If you have been suffering with a chronic illness, I can tell you this month that the symptoms will lessen and you will find some kind of permanent solution for pain and sickness or illness management. This is beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. So your third week of March, let's take a look. See, you got the Moon card underneath the Ten of Cups, right? So this is interesting because it suggests that while the person from the past comes in the first week, it also says that in the third week you will personally be mulling over things in your mind, and I kind of feel like for some of you, and it's really important that you don't do this because otherwise you're going to block the abundance flow. I kind of feel like you're going to, when all of these good things happen, there's going to be a part of you that's like, why couldn't I have figured out this secret to my own success before? You couldn't have figured it out before because you weren't who you are now before. You had to learn and assimilate every experience and lesson that you've had up until this point in order for you to become the person that you are today, in order for you to become the pinnacle expression of all of who you are. This is really important. So in the third week of March, when you see yourself mulling over certain thoughts, going over certain things, absolutely have that experience. It's good to go over the past sometimes to see if we can find any meaning or any hidden gems there. However, it's not good for you to start blocking this thought or this idea that that you haven't achieved. Fuck everybody else's timeline. You achieve things the way that you're supposed to in this lifetime. You know, you get one that you remember. And I always say, because you know, you got all of this fucking YOLO stuff. Ooh, YOLO, you only live once. Yeah, you only live once. TYR. Whenever people say YOLO to me, I always say TYR. And they're like, what do you mean TYR? What's that? That you remember. You only live once, that you remember. We don't remember all of our past lives unless we do past life regression, etc., etc. And that's kind of the way that it's supposed to be. You kind of get a fresh slate every time you come back, right? So just keep that in mind. You've made it this far to this point because that's the way that it was supposed to happen. So if you find yourself mulling over the past and finding yourself being a little bit ungrateful, you know, snap yourself out, snap out of it. Sorry, you'll find yourself needing to snap yourself out of it, and quickly. Fourth week of March, you've got the Hierophant right underneath that Eight of Pentacles. Something becomes real this month. Something makes its way out of the dreamscape, out of the ideas, out of the envision, out of the manifestation. It comes out of the ether, out of you, and settles down into the physical, practical, tangible world. There is something taking place here. For some of you, this is about you making wedding plans or engagement plans, and the fourth week of March, for some of you, you could actually be getting married, but for others of you, this is about a project or something that you've created. March will be the month where it finalizes, where it comes into being or comes into action. And with that said, let's have a look at what your key to the month is. what is your key to the month? Your overarching or overriding theme? You've got the Justice card. Yeah, with that Justice card, you are probably signing some kind of contract. Now, it is a Mercury retrograde, so check, double check and recheck everything that you do. But with this Justice card, it basically says that you are making the right decisions this month, and ultimately you are being completely and wholly discerning of where it is that you are going from here on in. This is fantastic. It really is. What an amazing month. Be true to who you are. Own all of who you are. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have an amazing month. Let me know how it goes for you in the comments. Take care, and I will see you very soon.